the ultimate container perennial guide, Golden Years Gardening. Picture this, it's April, and while your neighbors are frantically rushing to garden centers, spending hundreds on plants that will die in 6 months, you're sitting back, watching your containers burst with vibrant life. Plants you invested in once and have enjoyed for years. Sounds too good to be true? What if I revealed that there's a secret world of stunning plants that not only survive winter, but return more magnificent each spring, practically maintaining themselves while delivering jaw-dropping beauty season after season? Stop right there and hit that subscribe button, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to completely revolutionize how you think about container gardening. If this transforms your gardening approach like it has for thousands of our Golden Years gardening family members, smash that like button and share this with a fellow gardener who's tired of the annual plant treadmill. Introduction. Welcome back to Seniors Gardening Advice, where we prove that the most spectacular gardens come from working smarter, not harder. I'm your host, Margaret Thompson, and today marks a gardening game-changer as we explore the top 10 perennial powerhouses that will completely transform your container gardening experience. These aren't just any plants. These are carefully selected champions that thrive in containers, multiply in beauty with each passing year, and require minimal fuss while delivering maximum impact. Whether you're managing mobility challenges, working with limited space, or simply tired of the endless cycle of replanting, these perennial superstars are about to become your best gardening allies. Before we dive in, do me a favor. Drop a comment below telling me what your biggest container gardening challenge has been. I read every single comment and often create videos based on your questions, so your input directly shapes our content.
Plant 1, Coral Bells, or Heuchera. Leading our countdown at number 15 are the absolutely stunning Coral Bells, botanically known as Heuchera, and once you understand their incredible versatility, you'll wonder how you ever gardened without them. These foliage superstars deliver year-round visual impact with their spectacular leaf colors that put many flowers to shame. We're talking about an artist's palette of possibilities. Deep burgundy varieties that look like spilled wine, lime green selections that practically glow in shade, silver-leaved beauties that shimmer like moonlight, and multicolored varieties with combinations so striking they seem almost artificial. What makes Coral Bells absolutely perfect for container culture is their compact growth habit and their preference for the partial shade conditions that many patios and porches naturally provide. Unlike sun-demanding annuals that wilt in less than perfect conditions, these adaptable beauties actually prefer morning sun and afternoon shade, making them ideal for those challenging spots where other plants struggle. The maintenance requirements are refreshingly minimal. Consistent moisture, not soggy, not bone dry, and they'll reward you with continuous beauty from the moment spring arrives until hard frost finally forces them into dormancy. Many newer varieties maintain their color intensity throughout winter in milder climates, providing structure and interest when most other plants have retreated underground. I've maintained the same Coral Bell specimens for over 7 years now, and each spring they emerge more robust and colorful than the previous year. The secret to their longevity lies in choosing quality varieties and providing consistent care during their establishment period.
Plant 2, Japanese Painted Fern. Claiming the number 14 position is the breathtaking Japanese Painted Fern. A plant so elegantly beautiful, it seems almost too sophisticated for ordinary gardens. Yet it thrives with remarkably little intervention. This extraordinary fern showcases nature's artistic capabilities with its intricate silver, green, and burgundy foliage that appears hand-painted by a master watercolorist. The silvery white central portions of each frond contrast dramatically with deep green edges, while burgundy stems add another layer of visual complexity.
When morning dew or gentle rain catches the light on these metallic surfaces, the effect is nothing short of magical. Japanese painted fern excels in shaded container environments, making it invaluable for covered porches, north-facing patios, courtyard gardens, or any area that receives filtered light rather than direct sun. This shade preference, rather than being a limitation, opens up decorating possibilities in areas where sun-loving plants simply cannot perform. Once properly established in well-draining container soil, these ferns require minimal intervention. During extended dry periods, occasional deep watering suffices, but they're remarkably tolerant of brief dry spells once their root systems are developed. They prove definitively that spectacular gardens don't always require flowers. Sometimes the most stunning displays come from foliage alone. The winter dormancy period allows these ferns to rest and rejuvenate, emerging each spring with fresh, vibrant fronds that often surpass the previous year's display in size and color intensity.
Plant 3. Lamb's Ear. At number 13, we celebrate lamb's ear, a plant that engages multiple senses simultaneously and never fails to create memorable garden experiences for visitors of all ages. The defining characteristic of lamb's ear is its extraordinarily soft, fuzzy silver-gray foliage that feels remarkably similar to velvet, or, as the name suggests, a lamb's ear. This tactile quality makes it particularly valuable for sensory gardens and therapeutic gardening applications. Children instinctively want to touch these leaves, while adults find the texture surprisingly soothing and stress-relieving. From a practical gardening perspective, lamb's ear offers exceptional drought tolerance once established, making it perfect for busy gardeners, frequent travelers, or anyone seeking low-maintenance beauty. The silvery foliage serves as an excellent backdrop for more colorful companion plants, creating sophisticated color combinations that professional garden designers use repeatedly. During summer months, established plants send up tall, architectural flower spikes adorned with small purple blooms that serve as powerful pollinator magnets. Bees, beneficial insects, and butterflies are irresistibly drawn to these flowers, adding movement and life to your container displays while supporting local ecosystems. The conversation-starting potential of lamb's ear cannot be overstated. Guests invariably comment on the unusual texture and appearance, making it an excellent icebreaker plant for social gardeners who enjoy sharing their passion with others. Plant 4. Creeping Phlox, Phlox subulata. Number 12 brings us Creeping Phlox, a spring-blooming powerhouse that delivers such spectacular displays you'll question why you ever invested in short-lived annual alternatives. When creeping phlox reaches peak bloom in spring, it creates what can only be described as a living carpet of pure color that stops passers-by in their tracks. The individual flowers are small, but produced in such incredible abundance that they completely obscure the foliage beneath, creating solid masses of pink, white, purple, or blue that seem to glow with internal light. The growth habit of creeping phlox makes it particularly valuable for container gardening because it naturally spills and cascades over container edges, creating that coveted waterfall effect that adds vertical dimension and movement to your displays. This trailing characteristic allows you to create dynamic layered compositions that change perspective depending on viewing angle. Beyond its spectacular spring show, creeping phlox demonstrates remarkable hardiness and longevity. Each year, established plants return larger and more floriferous than the previous season, actually improving with age rather than declining like annual alternatives. The dense mat-forming growth habit also helps suppress weeds and conserve moisture around companion plants. As an added ecological bonus, the abundant flowers serve as crucial early-season nectar sources for butterflies, beneficial insects, and other pollinators emerging from winter dormancy when few other food sources are available.
Plant 5, Astilbe. Securing the number 11 spot, we have Astilbe, rightfully crowned the queen of shade-grooming perennials, offering unmatched elegance and reliability in challenging growing conditions. Astilbe produces feathery, plume-like flowers that rise above deeply cut, fern-like foliage in a display reminiscent of colorful fireworks frozen in time. These dramatic flower spikes, reaching 12 to 18 inches in height, create substantial visual impact in container arrangements, while the blooms themselves last for weeks during their peak season, in late spring and early summer. The color range available in modern Astilbe varieties is truly impressive, spanning pure white varieties that illuminate dark corners, soft pink selections perfect for romantic themes, vibrant red cultivars that demand attention, and rich purple varieties that add sophistication to any composition. Even after the spectacular flower display fades, Astilbe continues contributing to container beauty through its attractive, deeply dissected foliage that maintains good appearance throughout the growing season. The spent flower heads can be left standing to provide winter interest and architectural structure during the dormant season. Astilbe thrives in consistently moist soil conditions, making it ideal for gardeners who prefer regular watering schedules and don't mind maintaining consistent moisture levels. This preference for moisture, rather than being a drawback, makes Astilbe perfect for areas that receive regular irrigation or for gardeners who enjoy the meditative aspects of daily plant care.
Plant 6. Ornamental grasses. At number 10, we celebrate the diverse world of ornamental grasses, plants that bring unmatched movement, sound, and natural grace to container gardens in ways that no other plant category can replicate. There's something profoundly calming and almost hypnotic about watching ornamental grasses respond to even the slightest breeze, creating gentle, flowing movements that add a dynamic, living quality to static container displays. This movement creates subtle sound as leaves rustle together, adding an auditory dimension that transforms outdoor spaces into more immersive sensory experiences. For container culture, the key lies in selecting varieties that remain appropriately sized without overwhelming their containers or requiring frequent division. Fountain grass varieties offer graceful arching forms with bottle brush-like flower heads that catch light beautifully. Blue fescue provides compact steel blue tufts perfect for smaller containers or as accent plants in mixed compositions. Japanese forest grass brings elegant cascading form, ideal for partially shaded locations. The year-round interest provided by ornamental grasses cannot be overstated. While other perennials retreat underground during winter, many grass varieties maintain structural presence throughout the dormant season. Their seed heads persist, providing food sources for birds, while their dried foliage creates architectural interest against winter snow or frost. The natural, meadow-like quality that ornamental grasses bring to container gardens helps bridge the gap between formal planted arrangements and wild, natural landscapes, creating more organic, relaxed garden styles that feel both sophisticated and effortless.
Plant 7. Sedum varieties. Number 9 showcases the incredible diversity of sedum varieties, representing the ultimate in low-maintenance gardening without sacrificing beauty or interest. Sedum plants are succulents, featuring thick, fleshy leaves that function as nature's own water storage systems.
This evolutionary adaptation allows them to thrive in conditions that would stress or kill most other plants, making them invaluable for sunny, hot container locations where other plants struggle to survive. The drought tolerance of sedum makes it perfect for busy lifestyles, vacation homes, or anyone who occasionally forgets watering schedules. Rather than wilting or dying from brief neglect, sedum actually thrives with minimal intervention, proving that beautiful gardens don't require constant attention. The variety available within the sedum family is truly staggering, ranging from tiny ground-hugging species perfect for small containers or fairy gardens to tall, architectural varieties that create substantial focal points. Flower colors span the spectrum, with many varieties blooming during late summer and fall, when most other plants are winding down for the season. This late-season blooming characteristic makes sedum particularly valuable for extending garden interest into autumn while providing crucial nectar sources for pollinators preparing for winter. The combination of drought tolerance, minimal maintenance requirements, diverse forms, and late-season interest makes sedum varieties indispensable for contemporary container gardening.
Plant 8. Daylilies, Hemerocallis. Claiming the number 8 position are daylilies, the reliable workhorses of the perennial world that deliver consistent performance and spectacular blooms with minimal fuss or specialized care. Despite their common name, daylilies aren't true lilies at all, but their lily-like flowers are produced with such reliability and abundance that they've earned their place as indispensable garden plants. The name daylily refers to the fact that individual flowers last just one day, but this apparent limitation is actually a strength because each plant produces dozens of buds that open in succession, providing weeks or months of continuous blooms. Modern daylily breeding has produced varieties in virtually every color imaginable except true blue, with flower sizes ranging from delicate miniatures to dinner plate-sized giants. Some varieties offer fragrance as an additional sensory dimension, while others feature unique patterns, picotee edges, or color combinations that seem almost artificial in their perfection. The grass-like foliage of daylilies provides attractive structure throughout the growing season, while the flowers rise above on sturdy stems that rarely require staking or support. Many newer varieties bloom repeatedly throughout the summer, with some continuing to produce flowers from early summer through the first hard frost. The easy-to-divide nature of daylilies means that your initial investment multiplies over time as plants become crowded and can be separated into multiple plants, allowing you to expand your collection, share with friends, or trade with other gardeners for different varieties. Plant 9. Clematis. At number 7, we celebrate clematis, deservedly known as the queen of flowering vines, bringing vertical drama and spectacular blooms to container gardens equipped with appropriate support structures. Clematis transforms ordinary trellises, arbors, or support structures into flowering masterpieces that serve as living sculptures in container gardens. The climbing nature of clematis allows you to maximize growing space by utilizing vertical dimensions, making them particularly valuable for small spaces or areas where ground space is limited. The diversity available within the clematis family is truly remarkable, encompassing varieties with tiny, star-like flowers that create delicate fairy-like effects, as well as large-flowered varieties with blooms reaching 6 to 8 inches across that create bold, dramatic focal points. Some varieties bloom once spectacularly in spring. Others provide continuous summer blooms, and certain varieties even offer 2 distinct flowering seasons. Flower colors span the complete spectrum, from pure white varieties perfect for evening gardens to deep purple selections that add sophistication and drama.
Pink varieties offer romantic charm, while bicolored selections provide unique focal points that never fail to draw attention and comments. The key to success with container-grown clematis lies in understanding their preference for cool roots and sunny tops. This requirement is easily met in container culture by shading the root zone with companion plants or mulch while allowing the vine to climb into sunny positions where flowers develop most prolifically.
Plant 10, Lungwort pulmonaria. Number 6 brings us lungwort, a truly unique plant that offers distinctive spotted foliage and early season blooms that bridge the gap between winter dormancy and spring awakening. The common name lungwort might not sound particularly appealing, but don't let nomenclature fool you. This is a sophisticated plant that adds elegance and refinement to any container combination. The spotted leaves appear hand-painted with silver spots, blotches, or patterns, decorating green foliage in combinations that vary from plant to plant, ensuring that each specimen is a unique work of living art. One of lungwort's most valuable characteristics is its early flowering habit. While most perennials remain dormant, lungwort produces clusters of small but charming flowers in shades of blue, pink, or white during late winter or very early spring. These early blooms provide crucial nectar sources for emerging pollinators when few other resources are available. Throughout the growing season, the distinctively marked foliage continues providing interest long after the flowers fade, making lungwort valuable for its dual-season appeal. The plant thrives in shaded container conditions, making it perfect for areas that don't receive direct sun but still deserve beautiful plantings. As an additional benefit, lungwort demonstrates excellent deer resistance, making it valuable for gardeners dealing with browsing wildlife pressure. The combination of unique foliage, early flowers, shade tolerance, and deer resistance makes lungwort a valuable addition to any container perennial collection.
Plant 11. Hostas. Securing the number 5 position, hostas reign as the undisputed monarchs of shade container gardening, offering unmatched diversity, reliability, and dramatic foliage effects. The variety available within the hosta family is almost overwhelming, ranging from miniature varieties perfect for small containers or intricate compositions to giant specimens that can serve as dramatic focal points in large containers by themselves. This size diversity allows for creative design possibilities at any scale. Leaf colors span an incredible range, from deep forest green varieties that provide rich, dramatic backgrounds to chartreuse selections that seem to glow with internal light. Blue-leaved varieties offer cool, sophisticated tones, while variegated selections provide white or yellow patterns that brighten shaded areas and create visual excitement. The ease of care that hostas provide is legendary among gardeners. Regular watering and occasional feeding with balanced fertilizer constitute the extent of their requirements, making them perfect for gardeners seeking maximum impact with minimal intervention. Many hosta varieties produce fragrant flower spikes during summer months, adding another sensory dimension to their appeal. These flowers, typically white or pale lavender, rise above the foliage on sturdy stems and attract pollinators while providing cut flower opportunities. The tropical appearance that hostas create in shaded areas allows gardeners to achieve lush, exotic effects in challenging growing conditions where sun-loving plants cannot perform. This capability makes hostas invaluable for creating dramatic jungle-like atmospheres in shaded patios, courtyards, or covered outdoor living spaces.
Plant 12. Hardy geraniums, or geranium. At number 4, we highlight hardy geraniums, sophisticated perennial alternatives to the familiar annual geraniums that offer superior garden performance and refined beauty.
Hardy geraniums, also known as cranesbill geraniums, represent a completely different family of plants from the annual geraniums commonly used in window boxes and summer containers. These perennial varieties offer much more refined flowers, attractive foliage, and the invaluable characteristic of returning stronger each year, rather than requiring annual replacement. The flowers, while individually smaller than annual geranium blooms, are produced in much greater abundance and continue appearing throughout the growing season, rather than requiring deadheading to maintain bloom production. Colors include soft pink varieties, perfect for romantic themes, rich purple selections that add sophistication, clear blue varieties that are rare in the flower world, and pure white selections that illuminate shaded areas. Many hardy geranium varieties provide the additional benefit of attractive fall foliage color, with leaves turning brilliant reds, oranges, or yellows before going dormant. This autumn display adds a second season of interest beyond the extended flowering period. The cottage garden charm that hardy geraniums bring to container plantings helps create relaxed, informal atmospheres that feel welcoming and unpretentious. Their ability to fill spaces between larger plants while maintaining continuous bloom makes them excellent supporting players in mixed container compositions.
Plant 13. Japanese forest grass, Hakonecloa macra. Number 3 showcases Japanese forest grass, representing pure elegance in plant form and bringing zen-like tranquility to shaded container gardens. This exceptionally graceful grass creates cascading, fountain-like forms that seem to flow like water over container edges. The movement created by even slight breezes transforms static container displays into dynamic, living sculptures that change throughout the day as light and air currents shift. Japanese forest grass is available in both golden and green varieties, with the golden selections providing particularly stunning effects when backlit by morning or evening sun. This backlighting creates an almost luminous quality that makes the grass appear to glow with internal light, creating magical focal points in shaded garden areas. The slow-growing nature of Japanese forest grass, rather than being a limitation, ensures that plants remain appropriately sized for their containers for many years without requiring frequent division or management. This characteristic makes it perfect for low-maintenance gardening approaches while providing consistently beautiful results. The meditative quality that Japanese forest grass brings to outdoor spaces cannot be overstated. The gentle movement, soft texture, and graceful form create peaceful atmospheres that encourage relaxation and contemplation, making outdoor spaces feel more like tranquil retreats than ordinary gardens.
Plant 14. Hellebores, Lenten Rose. Claiming the number 2 position, hellebores, commonly called Lenten roses, represent true garden gems that provide the remarkable gift of winter and early spring blooms when virtually nothing else is flowering. The ability of hellebores to bloom during the harshest weather conditions, including blooming through snow, makes them invaluable for gardeners seeking year-round interest in their container displays. Imagine the joy of looking outside during February's bleakest days and seeing beautiful flowers blooming in your containers while everything else remains dormant. The evergreen foliage of hellebores provides structure and interest throughout all seasons, making them genuine four-season plants that justify container space even when not in bloom. The leathery leaves maintain good appearance through summer heat, autumn cold, and winter extremes, providing consistency in ever-changing seasonal displays. Modern hellebore breeding has produced an incredible range of flower colors and patterns, from pure white varieties that seem to glow against winter landscapes to deep purple selections that provide rich, sophisticated colors. Near black varieties offer dramatic Gothic appeal, while spotted or Picotea-edged varieties provide intricate details that reward close examination. The deer resistance and drought tolerance of established hellebores add practical benefits to their ornamental value, making them reliable performers in challenging garden conditions. Their ability to naturalize and slowly expand their colonies means your initial investment continues paying dividends for many years.
Plant 15. Lavender, Lavandula. Securing our top position at number 1 is lavender, the ultimate multi-sensory garden experience that combines spectacular flowers, intoxicating fragrance, and practical utility in one remarkable plant. Lavender engages multiple senses simultaneously in ways that few other plants can match. The iconic purple flower spikes provide instantly recognizable visual appeal, while the legendary fragrance transports you mentally to Mediterranean hillsides with just a gentle brush against the foliage. This fragrance releases throughout the day, but becomes most intense during warm afternoon hours and after gentle rain. The practical applications of lavender extend far beyond ornamental value. Fresh flowers can be harvested for culinary use in teas, baking, and cooking, while dried flowers create long-lasting sachets, potpourri, and aromatherapy applications. Having fresh lavender available for these purposes adds functional value to beautiful container displays. From an ecological perspective, lavender serves as a powerful pollinator magnet, attracting bees, butterflies, and beneficial insects throughout its extended blooming period. This pollinator attraction supports local ecosystems while adding movement and life to your garden spaces. The drought tolerance of established lavender makes it perfect for busy lifestyles or challenging growing conditions, while the deer resistance ensures your investment remains protected from browsing wildlife. The silvery foliage provides year-round structure and interest, complementing the purple flowers while creating sophisticated color combinations with companion plants.
Essential container success tips. Before concluding, let me share crucial container gardening wisdom accumulated through decades of successful growing that can make the difference between thriving plants and disappointing failures. Soil selection is critical. Always invest in high-quality potting mix specifically formulated for container use, never regular garden soil. Garden soil becomes concrete-like when confined in containers, creating drainage problems that kill even drought-tolerant plants. Quality potting mixes remain loose and well-draining while providing appropriate nutrition. Drainage is non-negotiable. Ensure every container has adequate drainage holes, regardless of how decorative or expensive the pot might be. Without proper drainage, even desert plants will rot in waterlogged conditions. If you fall in love with a container lacking drainage holes, drill them yourself or use it as a decorative cachopot with a properly draining liner inside. Watering wisdom. Master the art of appropriate watering by checking soil moisture levels before watering rather than following rigid schedules. Insert your finger into the soil. The top inch should be dry before adding water. When you do water, water thoroughly until excess drains from the bottom, ensuring the entire root zone receives moisture. Fertilizer strategy. Consider slow-release fertilizers applied once in spring to provide consistent nutrition throughout the growing season. This approach eliminates the need for frequent feeding while ensuring plants receive balanced nutrition for optimal performance. Winter protection. In harsh winter climates, protect containers from freeze-thaw cycles that can crack pots and damage roots. Move containers to protected locations or wrap them with insulating materials during the most severe weather. Conclusion. These 15 perennial powerhouses prove definitively that you don't need to choose between beauty and low-maintenance gardening. You can achieve both simultaneously. Each plant on this list has been carefully selected for its combination of visual impact, reliability, and ease of care, ensuring that your container gardens provide years of satisfaction with minimal effort. The transformation from annual-dependent gardening to perennial-based container displays represents more than just a change in plant selection. It's a shift towards sustainable, economical, and environmentally responsible gardening practices that get better with each passing year. I'm genuinely curious about which plants captured your attention today. Drop a comment below sharing which varieties you're most excited to try, or tell me about your current container gardening successes and challenges. Your experiences and questions help shape future content, and I personally read and respond to as many comments as possible. If this information helped you rethink your container gardening approach, please hit that like button and share this video with fellow gardeners who might benefit from these insights. Your support helps us reach more gardeners and build our community of smart, sustainable growing enthusiasts. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss our latest tips, plant recommendations, and seasonal guidance. We're constantly creating new content based on your feedback and questions, so staying subscribed ensures you'll be the first to access our newest discoveries and techniques. Until our next gardening adventure together, keep growing, keep learning, and remember that the most beautiful gardens come from working smarter, not harder. Happy gardening! Thank you for joining us at Seniors Gardening Advice, where every season brings new opportunities to create beauty while respecting our time, energy, and resources.